Hello, in this video I'll be taking you through how to access Term 5's work via a phone or a tablet as opposed to a computer or a laptop. In order to do this, you'll need to open up your browser, be that Safari or Chrome, and in the top go to stanselmscanterbury.org.uk. Once there, you'll come to the school's homepage, which will look like this. What you'll then need to do is find the link that looks at Home Learning Resources. It will have a new next to it. Simply clicking on this link will take you to the Home Learning Resources webpage. On this page, there will be a year group by year group list. And at the bottom, there'll also be some additional information for the SEN department and for PSHE and Mindset programs. There'll also be a prayer and reflection section, which will provide you the opportunity to pray and reflect at this time. Looking at the different year groups, there'll be a link next to it, and simply clicking on this link will take you to the resources for that particular year group. So for year 7, for example, you click on the open here. What that will do is that will try and open up St Anselm's SharePoint. Now, if it's the first time logging in, it will ask you to type in a username and password. The username is your school email address, and your password is the password from school that you would use to access Office 365 at school. If you're a parent and you're trying to access this, you will need your student's password, son and daughter's password, and their login details. As I said, this will be their email address, which will end in @st-anselms.org.uk. Once you've logged in, you'll be able to see the SharePoint, and the link should take you directly to the year group that you've clicked on. So this is year 7. There will then be a list of folders, and in each folder there is a series of lessons associated to that subject. So for example, history, there should be a list of lessons, lesson 1 to 8 in this case. Clicking on one of those folders will open the resources for that particular lesson. Once you're in a folder, you then simply need to just click on the resources that are there, either a PowerPoint or a Word document or sometimes a PDF. Clicking on it will open it up either in a new tab or in a new browser, and it will open it up in Office Online version, either PowerPoint, Word or a PDF viewer. What you simply need to do is simply work your way through those resources. It should be relatively straightforward and explain itself as it goes through. If there are any external links, you simply just need to click on those links and they will open up in the relevant app, or it will open up in a browser. So if it is a link to an external website, it will open up in the browser. If it's a YouTube video, if you've got the YouTube app, it will open up in YouTube. If not, it will take you to the website. Going through, at the end, there will be a self-assessment, and this might be a series of questions with some model answers. It might be a slightly longer reflection piece and some success criteria so that you are able to mark it yourself and have a look at how much you've learnt. Sometimes it also might be a link to another website where there might be a test, or it might be that actually it's just a series of reflection points for you to think about for yourself how much you have learnt in that lesson. What you won't necessarily need to do is to send all work in. What will happen is there will be an assessment at the at various points throughout the rest of this year, and those are detailed on the school website, and those assessments will be sent in a slightly different way that you will be talked through using Microsoft Teams, and then feedback will be given using Microsoft Teams, and that will be done all online nearer the time. But in order to go back, you simply need to go back to the SharePoint, and then it will take you back to a list of subjects. You can then move on to the next subject. So for example, you went to science after history. Again, the same format will appear. You will have a series of lessons. Clicking on lesson 1 will take you to the resources that are associated with that lesson. Once you've clicked on them, again, that will take you through, and that will take you to a Word document in this case. And again, there's a YouTube video, some questions for you to answer. You don't necessarily need to answer all of these online. You can just simply use this as reference and then answer them on pen and paper if you find that easier. But please make sure that you are storing these and keeping these safe for revision and for later on in the year. If you are doing them online and you are using Word documents, for example, to complete work, please make sure that you are saving these to the right place. Once you have completed a lesson, obviously you can then go back to the SharePoint again, and then you are able to then find lessons for other subjects. There is one other way of accessing this information rather than having to go back to the school website each time. If you're able to, you can download from the App Store Microsoft OneDrive. And downloading Microsoft OneDrive to your phone will provide you with another way of getting into that folder. So then by clicking on OneDrive, once you've signed in using your school email address and account, it will take you to the OneDrive. Clicking on Libraries in the bottom right hand corner will bring out a list of shared libraries that you have, including the Home Learning Group. Clicking on the Home Learning Group will take you to the Documents library, and then it will take you to a list of year groups, and again clicking on that year group will take you to the associated work that is linked to that year group. So again, you can still access the lessons in exactly the same way, but once it's on your device, you won't need to keep going back to the school website to find the link. And then again, clicking on lessons will allow you to then open up each individual file, either using online PowerPoint, or if you have the apps downloaded to your phone, using those apps, and you'll be able to do the work on there. If you have any questions about specific work in specific lessons, please contact those teachers. If you have questions about accessing it in general, then obviously please do let the school know if you have any questions. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.